Evening, everybody. How are we? We just wait for a few people to join in and we'll get started. This is always the awkward moment. Here's some of you now. That's great. I'm hoping some of you have listened or watched me before, but in case this is the first time that you've joined in, you're very welcome. And just to briefly introduce myself, my name's Lynda Quigley and I am a paediatric nurse for the last 22 years and a mum of 3. So I'm still going through the parenting process, obviously, but mine are all big now, so I know what it's like to have the smallies. So with the Christmas period coming up, we thought the best idea to talk about tonight would be home safety in the home. And just to say before I get started and all of that, there's a few more people joining in now, so that's great. Just in case you haven't checked out Kaliedy's gorgeous Christmas gift ideas, there's toys, there's books, there's a range of products for every age actually. And the last order date is the 21st of December, and any order over €50 is free delivery. So do check it out if you haven't checked it out. All Kaliedy's beautiful gifts and bits and bobs that you can get to fill up those Christmas stockings. So a good few have joined now, so that's great. Big wave back to you all, and I hope you find this last live chat of 2020 informative and helpful this evening. So I have a couple of products to show you around the whole safety at home, and Clever Mama, which I love, are the owners of these products. So the Clever Mama Home Safety Starter Pack is the first one to kind of show you. Really good value, $18.49 for all of these bits and bobs. I'll go through them now in a few minutes, but neat little box that can be stored up high and for extra safety. And we'll talk about a lot of that this evening. The other one that I wanted to show you, which I think is ideal, and especially over this festive period coming, now that we can have 2 households coming to see us, and if you're having extra people for dinner and smallies can be hanging out of your leg around the Christmas time because they can be extra tired because they're busy and we're all doing extra things. But this oven door guard, so it's really easy to apply. I hope you can see it there, me through it. It's also by Clever Mama, and it is basically attaches by the suction pads here. There's 5 of them on it. So the idea is that the middle one is going to be on the front door of your oven door guard. And the idea is that it reduces heat by 50%, and it fits in seconds with the suction pads. So it's another really good buy for the home safety. So just to go through a few of the bits in the Clever Mama Home Safety Pack that I just showed you there. So these guys are lifesavers, and I had them all over the place when mine were small. So they're little kind of spongy corners. So we stupidly bought a marble kitchen table when we got married first, and obviously we didn't have kids, so we didn't even think of the dangers of the sharp corners. The same, the fireplace that we have is marble also, so the boys used to get nice little gashes in the corner of the eye. So these soft cushion corners are ideal for the corners of tables, fireplaces, as I said, whatever that are going to, and then you just stick them on with these little plastic stickers here. Then the toilet secure lock. I mean, we all need one of these if you have a toddler in the house. They are drawn to the toilet water for whatever reason, and more so that they're drawn to actually the toilet block. If you have a toilet block in there and it's bright and colourful and smells nice, they will take it out and try and have a chew. So just always invest in one of these, the toilet seat lock. These guys. So we've been moving around perhaps some of our lamps and that to facilitate fairy lights and all of that. So these are your plug safety guards, and little smallies love to stick their fingers in the sockets if they can get their hands in. And again, if you've people visiting that you aren't used to and they have their little toddlers with them, these just cover them up in each plug hole that you have that's naked without a plug in it. This I used to have, I have to say, in the sink, the press under the sink, where I used to keep like the fairy liquid and all of that. And it is really tricky to open. And the idea is that you can push it up to make it tighter or looser depending on how wide your 2 handles are on your doors of your press underneath your sink. Now, what I would say is every child is different. So my eldest fella was very obliging and never tried to open it. Middle fella was a nightmare. So what I did with the household products in that time was pop them into a basket, and I had them in the utility room up high, because he would find them or be able to manipulate other locks that I have. Not this one, because this was always a really good secure one, but other ones. So just remember that each child is very different. So there are just a few products that I wanted to show you. And as I said, the Home Safety Starter Pack is a win-win situation for each. And even if you're here on tonight and you're trying to think what you could buy a family as part of a baby shower gift, ideal to pop it into the basket there. So I'll add on the links at the end, so you can swipe up and buy if you want. So I suppose accidents easily happen. And my job here tonight is just to give you a few tips and hope that you will avail of some information. First off, I would say is it's really, really important if you can know your air code, if you need to ring the emergency services. It's much easier for them to find you if you're able to give an air code. So have it up, plastered in your kitchen or downstairs, somewhere easy that it's quick and easy to be visible when you're in a panic and if you need to ring an emergency service. The second one I would